Welcome everyone to a sub-faction tournament battle between StormRunner as the Blessed Dread against Karin as the Von Carsteins. They will both be battling it out on Pillar of Bone with some very unique builds. Over here on the left, we will be seeing some very sneaky units in the trees, including 2 units of Direwolves, one being the ROR, the Dire Pack, and the very nice Ethereal Hex Wraiths, which have those very good flaming attacks and armor piercing. For the front line, we will have 5 units of zombies, including the ROR, the Tithe, and 5 units of Graveguard here in the back to support them. 3 of them being the normal Graveguard, and 2 of them being the armor-piercing great weapons in the back. They will be supported by 2 corpse carts for a nice bonus in melee stats, one being the Bellfire, and the second being the Unholy Lordstone. In the front, we do have the Vampire of Death, coming with only 1 spell today, which will be Spirit Leech, and the Lord choice today, which will be Isabella von Carstein. She will be having the Blood Chalice, as well as Master of Malevolence, Wind of Death, Raised Dead, and Gate of Nagash. For the Dark Elves today, we will have 2 units of cheap Bleak Swords in the front, and 2 units of Elite Blackguard of Nagaron for that very good bonus as large anti-large armor piercing. 2 units of very fast Dark Riders, 1 on each flank, with 2 elite units of Cold One Knights. For the bonus first large anti-large armor piercing, they will also be supported by the armor piercing missile strength of the double Dark Rider repeater crossbows. For the magic today, we do have the Sorcerers of Fire. She will have 3 spells, which will be the Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, Fireball, and that will be supported by Kindle Flame. In the sky today, supporting the Lord, we will be having the Crows of Cain. Very good for their restoration in melee combat, thanks to Crow's Fest. And the Lord choice today will be the very scary Loki of Felheart. The leader here of the Blessed Dread will be having Deadly Onslaught, Dreaded Duelist, Foe Seeker, Noxious Breath, and Helm of the Kraken. So 2 very nice armies here. Should be interesting to see how it plays out. So straight from the beginning here, it looks like we are going to be having a target. Oh, Gate of Nagash going down. Some really good damage there on top of Lokia immediately. So some really good work there from the rip. And as you can see, Foe Seeker is going to be going down on Lokia Felheart with that nice 112 speed. Should be able to catch up the very fast 105 speed of the Vampire of Death, as well as also Isabella von Carstein. The Crows aren't quite as fast, they will be having 82 speed, but as long as they can keep up and support Loki Felheart, that should be fine. Looks like Loki Felheart is going to engage up against Isabella, and as he has engaged, it is going to cancel that movement, which means the player does need to keep moving it once that attack animation has been engaged. But looks like we are going to be surrounding using the Crows of Cain as well, so some fantastic stuff here in the sky, and loads of damage going down on top of the Vampire of Death. Some really good work there, able to shut down both the hero and the Lord. But does not like Loki Felheart does have Master of Malevolence going down, but as well as Dreaded Duelist, that is going to even out to 45 melee attack, which is a little bit lower than his base. Looks like we have the Hex Waves joining the front line, trying to help fight up against the Bleak Swords, as well as the Blackguard from Nagaron, so some good support. But in the pocket, we are going to see some Dark Rider repeater crossbows shooting into the Elite Graveguard with great weapons. It does look like both the Lord and the hero here from the Undead have managed to push away and get away here from the Crows of Cain. But we do have a very nice Burning Head here going down in the pockets. Some really good Burning Heads here up against the zombies, and some fantastic damage here up against the Hex Wraiths. Some really good work getting rid of this cheap chaff and the Elite Hex Wraiths. In the pocket, we are going to be getting the Cold One Knights here for the nice armor piercing. Bonus first large and anti-large should do some very good damage here up against the Direwolves if they do get the rear charge. It does look like we are going to get some Murderous Prowess going down here, faction-wide for the Dark Elves. Over here on the right, they are still going to be chasing, and it does look like we have Foe Seeker going down here for Loki of Felheart. Over here in the main battle line, as we can see, we are going to have 2 units fighting up against the Blackguard and Nagaron. It does look like a 3rd unit is going to be joining here, the AP Graveguard with great weapons, and a massive blob here using the Dire Pack Walls, which have been very good at shutting down the Dark Rider repeater crossbows. Looks like both the hero and the Isabella von Carstein are just about going to be able to get away from these 2. Let's just hope they kept microed there. Oh no! No, there was to be a misclick there from the Vampire of Death. That's a big shame. So it looks like we are going to have Dreaded Duelist going down, and I don't think the Vampire here is going to last. A very nice Gaze of Nagash going down on top of Loki and Felheart, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late. Only has 1 spell here, but still losing that Vampire of Death is going to be so painful. Spirit Leech would have been very good at kiting and just destroying local Felheart here throughout the game. And unfortunately, it is going to go down. That's such a shame. And it looks like Isabella has been trapped as well. Can she get away? I don't think so. In the front line, we are going to be losing Graveguard, and as you can see, 2 units here have been put on. 2 units of Graveguard. One really should have pushed through and maybe try to see if they can push off the Dark Rider repeater crossbows. Yes, they would have been shooting into this 1 unit, but as you can see, they're very blobbed here and very susceptible to getting shot by 1 unit of Dark Riders. In the pocket, though, Isabella is still going to be going. It looks like she will be getting away. That's very unfortunate there for StormRunner. But it looks like we are going to be... Also, Master Belligerent went down. Deadly Onslaught and Foe Seeker. So the charge and the speed are going to be going down, allowing him to catch Isabella von Carstein. So it looks like we did manage to get the Dire Pack Wolves and the Dire Wolves to chase here up against the Dark Riders. They really want to disengage here, as they do not want to be fighting that combat. The Bone Disaster Anti-Large Dire Pack Wolves are perfect at dealing with skirmish cavalry. It looks like she is going to be flying in the sky, but if she does have any attack on her, it will stop her movement, and the player will have to re-engage that movement. In the front line, we do need to take care of these corpse carts, as they will be getting some nice bonuses to melee stats, but a nice burning head going down here. Oh, that looks to be overcasted. That's some tremendous damage value up against the double elite Graveguard. Some really good work there from StormRunner. Unfortunately, I think most of the micro here are going to be coming on top of Isabella, as if you do lose Isabella here in this battle, it will be really dangerous going forward. The Crows are going to be a little bit behind, but if we do get the attack animation from Loki, she will be stopping. So I'm not sure what went on there, but oh, it looks like a fireball going to be going down. Oh, Fireball did connect. Some brilliant stuff there from the Sorcerer of Fire. Brilliant stuff there in the pocket. So still going to be shooting up against the Graveguard. We do have some more zombies still in the pocket, but I don't really think they're going to help this front line. Crumbling up against the double Graveguard with the Blackguard of Naggarond. And also some 1 unit of Blackguard up against the Graveguard. These Blackguards should win, as they do have the AP over the Graveguard. As you can see, Loki is going to be chasing with Foe Seeker. Is he going to be able to catch this time is the question. If he does, that will be game over. Balance of power already in the Dark Elf favour. Oh, looks like there could be a bit of a problem here. Maybe an issue in animation. Oh, looks like she has been caught. Big hit here coming down with Dreaded Duelist as well, going on Loki, Felheart. Some good damage on Isabella von Carstein. It looks like he is going to catch, and it has stopped her. Unfortunately, no micro coming out of Isabella. Blood Chalice going down. She's very close to a healing cap, but she has been surrounded here using the Crows of Cain. Going to be fighting there, getting that restoration from both characters, as both characters get healing in combat, as well as Luke getting that +9 melee defense. Looks like Master Belligerent will be going down, but also Deadly Onslaught for the increased AP, base weapon damage, and charge, which means if he does hit, he will be hitting like a tank. But as you can see, Isabella is up to her healing cap, but will be getting that +36% on her vigor thanks to the Blood Chalice. In the front line, it does look like it's completely lost here. Balance power is starting to pull back to even. If we do manage to get Isabella away from here, it could be very good. I think balance of power is really affected by how weak Lokia is, but if he does manage to shake that Master of Belligerent, I think he could destroy Isabella von Carstein. In the sky, so we are going to have in the AP Dark Rider repeater crossbows, shooting into her as well, giving that nice damage value, and really going to be removing that leadership. In front, the only thing really holding the Dark Elves together, holding the Undead together, is going to be the Corpse Cart. It's very healthy here. It looks like we are going to be getting that rest. Oh, it looks like we did lose the AP Graveguard. That's really unfortunate there. In the skies, it does unfortunately look like we are going to be losing Isabella, as Master Belligerent has gone down. So some brilliant work here from StormRunner, with some very, very good micro of Loki at Felheart. What a fantastic battle here coming from both players. A really, really big show of master play. So we pop into the analysis here. So if you guys have never heard of this before, I do host the sub-faction tournament here on my channel, so you guys can check that out. I will be leaving a link in the description where you can join tomorrow's sub-faction tournament, which will be Wednesday the 13th here of May. We'll be starting at 6 PM BST. All of you guys can join. All you need to do is put forward a sub-faction and come play. It's really, really good fun. If you have any questions, do ask there in the Discord. Let's hop into Flex Prime, otherwise known as Karai Karim. He will be having 24 kills for 2,800 damage value here for Isabella von Carstein. 700 for the Vampire of Death. Still some good work considering she got sniped relatively hard. For the front line, 105 kills, 900 damage value. 31 for 600 and 750 there for 47. 38 for 600, 23 for 700, so the Graveguard struggling just a little bit up against the Elite Blackguards of Naggarond. As you see, 29 kills for 400, they really got destroyed there up against that Elite Burning Head. 480 plus 580 here for the Dire Pack Wolves. Would have been really nice to see these two shutting down the repeater crossbows. But still some very good stuff from Flex. That was a very difficult battle there, as he did have to keep Isabella moving, as well as the Vampire of Death. Just one misclick there, costing his caster. Very well played to StormRunner. 5,100 damage here for Loki of Felheart. What a brilliant amount of damage value. Some really good stuff there. And 102 kills for 1.7k for the Sorceress of Fire. 51 kills for 100, 260 for 139, 156 for 1.3k, and 172 for 875. 12,000 damage dealt as well. No joke from these Blackguard and Naggarond. These two performed excellently well. You can see not too much damage value for the Dark Riders here, but they would have been very good, I imagine, at dealing with the Dire Wolves. But it looks like they've got some cycle charge in there on the flanks up against some zombies. 71 kills for 900, 128 for 1.2k for the Cold One Knight, so some good damage value from them. 880 and 700 from the Dark Rider repeater crossbows, and a very nice 1,600 from the Crows of Cain. So some really good work here from the Crows of Cain. As you can see, these getting 1.6, as well as the 5.1 here, getting a massive 6.7 between these two units, getting half of the total value here from the undead. So some brilliant stuff coming from both players. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below about what you guys thought about the battle and how you're enjoying Sub-Faction Tournament if you have been watching it. And if you are new here, maybe think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps grow the channel here on YouTube. If you are new, as I said, you can go into the description, check out the Sub-Faction Tournament, as well as check out my Discord with all of the awesome guys in there, and we talk about all things Warhammer every single day. So I've been your boy Logic. I hope you've enjoyed your stay, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Take care.